Bismillahirrahmanirrahim. Welcome back to my channel. So let's look at another cool software that I came across. I have only made one video on it, but we're going to look at the software thoroughly this time. And if you were using Dragon OS Focal, which comes with pre-compiled tool associated with all the software-defined radio tools, this one is available under ham radio. And under ham radio, you need to go to a software called SDR++. I don't know if this is available on other platforms or not, but definitely it's available in Dragon OS Focal, which means it supports Linux. So SDR++, just simply open this software. With this software, I have this HackRF which is connected to it. So this HackRF is acting as a receiver, and I'm using my PortaPack as a transmitter. The reason I use HackRF as a receiver, so I'll be able to transmit a signal from HackRF, and we'll try to use different application of transmit file, which is there in your Mayhem PortaPack, and we're going to try to transmit a signal and try to receive it using an SDR++ software. So that's the idea behind it. So once you have your HackRF plugged in, you can simply go in this drop-down box. You can choose any of these hardware peripherals that you have. You can also use your RTL-SDR dongle, and all the devices are listed here. So you can even use your Blade RF. And I think it will also have a support. No, it does not have it for your USRP, but LimeSDR, PlutoSDR. I think the last video I made was actually a spectrum sensing video using PlutoSDR. But this video, we're just simply going to focus on transmitting different applications from our Mayhem PortaPack and trying to receive this, and just to show you how robust this particular software is. Of course, you won't be able to visualize the entire spectrum because you are limited by the bandwidth, because the maximum bandwidth you can choose is about 20 megahertz. So which means you will be only able to see 20 megahertz. With a software like, for example, the last video that I made was on I forgot the name of the software, HackRF Sweep, that allows you to actually visualize the entire spectrum from 1 megahertz all the way up to 6,000 megahertz. But here you can only visualize up till 20 megahertz of your bandwidth. That's the only thing. So you have a maximum bandwidth of your 20 megahertz, which is actually your frequency represented by your HackRF. And I think based on different devices, your sample rate might change. You can also perform demodulation here as well. For example, WFM, wideband FM, narrowband FM, AM, USB, and other stuff. You can also record your signal. You can also add frequency. You have a frequency manager where you can add frequencies. You can change the palette, the color of your palette. You can have your waterfall graph change and things like that. You can have enable worldwide band, so it will give you the band too. So that's the idea behind this particular software. Quite easy to use. You can also demodulate your signal as well. So the first application that we're going to look at is called Morse code transmitter. So we're going to try to transmit a text called PortaPack at 510 megahertz, and when we're going to try to receive this using our HackRF. And this is going to be based, you can choose different modes. For example, right now this is an FM mode. So you can change this to anything you want. So this can be double sideband, upper sideband, AM, FM. So you can choose any mode you want. And now, when I hit play, this will start capturing, this antenna will start capturing this, and then we're going to try to transmit this text at 510 megahertz. So once I start transmitting it, you can clearly see this spike. After the text will complete, the spike will go away and there's no more spike. You can also do that. There are a lot of different applications as well. So let's move on to our different application that we want to look at. The other cool application that I want to look at is actually your jammer application, or let's look at your signal generator. You can generate different type of signal. So you can choose frequency, whatever frequency you want. So right now this is tuned into 433 megahertz, but you can change this frequency to anything. So I'm going to change this to 510 megahertz. Once I change this frequency to 510 megahertz, now I'll be able to transmit the same signal. You can also increase the gain as well. You can go up to 47 gain of 47, and then you can also transmit this signal at 510 megahertz. So keep observing this spike. This spike is at 510 megahertz, and you can clearly see this here on the spectrum. It will continuously transmit this signal at 510 megahertz. You can change this to any modulation type. So right now this is actually continuous wave. You can do FM, you can do BPSK, you can do QPSK. You can change this the type of the waveform as well, and that's the you can change this to pseudo noise as well. You can change this to AM 100% depth, and you can stop the transmission, and the spike will go away. So this is one way of generating your signal, just by having a different tone modulation and different type of modulation that we are observing using our HackRF. Now you can also do jammer application, and I'm going to choose this frequency to be 2420, and I'm going to choose this to, I don't know, 2500 megahertz to 2500 megahertz. I'm going to leave this as is, and I'm going to move this to 2443, I don't know, 6 7, and that's 13 centimeter ham band, which is your ISM band. So this is the wireless Wi-Fi activity, but I can also do a transmission here as well. So I'm gonna open up my hopping sequence as well to 50. I'm gonna increase my gain to 47 or something like that, and I'm gonna hit a start. Now this is already too populated, as you can clearly see this, but you will also see the thing. You can also, I think in my last video as well, you can see the signal is moving as well. You will also observe the signal will be moving across the spectrum as well. So you can do that because this is already too populated. As you can clearly see this, you won't be able to see this spike. All right, so you can do that as well, and you can transmit other signal as well, anything that you want to see. So for example, let's try this Hopper. You can also try your Hopper application. You can also try Bluetooth spam application as well. This will transmit different frequencies, different devices and things like that. I can stop this, and let me go back, and let's see what else we can do. So that's the idea behind this. So I just wanted to introduce you to another beautiful software, which is known as SDR++. I made a spectrum sensing video on it, but this is another way of looking at it. You can also do FM transmission as well. So for example, if you were to just tune in to FM frequency band, this is FM broadcast. Let me just increase this frequency a little bit. All right, so this is because you can only see 20 megahertz of bandwidth. So this is FM. This is where the FM transmission is taking place. And if you want to transmit FM signal, you can also do that. You can transmit a tone signal using a signal generator application that is there. So I hope you find this video to be helpful. If you guys have any questions, just leave it in the comment section. And please don't forget to like and subscribe to my channel. And thanks for watching.